Okay, here we are with Mr. Manzano, and the first question is: do you think that is necessary give the audio script to the student in order to complete a listening task?
Definitely no. All right, because students they are supposed to say to increment day by day their ability, let's say, to listen and produce, let's say, the language. Therefore, there is no need, let's say, to use an audio script. That could be, let's say, a certain kind of assignment that can be given, let's say, to be perhaps to be working at home, but you don't need it, let's say, during a test or during an evaluation. Okay.
The second one: how to make real and rapid improvement in English listening?
Well, that will depend entirely on the autonomy of the student. All right. First of all, if they like, let's say, to watch, perhaps documentals, films, videos, etc., they have to be done, perhaps completely in English. There is no way, perhaps there is no other way that they can work, let's say, with that specific skill.
Okay. And the third one: how to become passive vocabulary into an active one?
There we go back, let's say, to the same previous question, all right? It's a matter of autonomy, all right? It will depend entirely on you and your needs. Therefore, you need, let's say, to read a lot of material. You need, let's say, to build up, let's say, the vocabulary in order, let's say, to be having, let's say, a higher percentage of vocabulary.
Okay. And the last one: in English, sibilants are common, and the ability to distinguish between them is of great significance. Having said that, what would it be your advice in order to acquire them in a spoken way?
Definitely, you need, let's say, to practice, all right? There are, let's say, several examples where you can perhaps rehearse the different sounds, the sibilant sounds, in order, let's say, to master them. Therefore, it's your own choice, but it's your own pace, and it's your own responsibility.
Do you think that it's necessary to give the audio script to the students in order to complete a listening task? Well, this depends on the level of the English. For basic or beginners, it is necessary for them to have the audio script, but for advanced students, it is not necessary. Question number 2: how to make real and rapid improvement in English listening? I advise that you probably need to listen to music or listen to real material that is in listening form so you can improve this skill. Number 3, how to become passive vocabulary into an active one. The first part that we do when we are learning a language is to acquire vocabulary, that is memorizing. So to make it active, you have to put it into practice, either by writing or by speaking, which are the two productive skills. Question number 4. In English, the sounds, there are 3 sounds in dashes. They are common, and the ability to distinguish between them is of great significance. We have letter S, letter Z, and a big letter S. Those are the 3 sounds. Having said that, what would be my advice in order to acquire them in spoken way? Well, first of all, if there are new sounds that we don't have in our native language, first you need to learn how to produce the sounds. And second, use them in words so you have examples. And third, it's a good idea to use them in spoken language, in complete sentences.
Okay, right now I ask you some question and I'm talk to Mr. Y. So the first question that I ask you is, do you think that it's necessary give the audio script to the student in order to complete a listening test?
No, they don't have to. You can have an exercise for filling the blanks. They don't need to listen to every single word. What they need to do is understand from the context the whole meaningful chunks from what they listen. Remember that in casual conversations or colloquial conversations, People do not focus on understanding each single word. Therefore, the script might like confuse them in getting acquainted by taking into account each single word, which is I think is not that's not the purpose of listening. What you need to know is that in listening comprehension, you need to have an overall idea of what students guess and will eventually know from the speakers, from the intonation, from the tone, from the context. But they don't need to know every single word.
Okay, thank you so much. And the second is how to make real and rapid improve English listening.
Well, they need to listen to videos or YouTube videos or movies or TV news or pop interviews that are related to authentic material. That means that the way people speak on the radio, the way people speak on YouTube, I think that's what it means to be exposed to real English. When you have interviews in Hollywood, for example, now that we have the Oscars awards, you listen to people speaking naturally, the way they English flows. So that's the way they should be exposed to every single listening section.
Okay, thank you. And the third one, how to become passive vocabulary into an active tone. An active one.
Vocabulary.
Mhm.
Well, practice. Use synonyms, antonyms. Use prefixes. Use suffixes. Use all types of exercises that promote my expansion of vocabulary. And that means that the easiest way is by using synonyms and antonyms. Do not only use, for example, when somebody is huge, you can say gigantic, enormous. You can use this kind of particular way of increasing your vocabulary. You can also use word formation exercises related to the parts of the speech, such as the verb, adjective, adverb, a noun. And for instance, we can say angry, angrily, anger, and anger as a verb. So they can use this variety of words. What I'm saying here is that people should be focused not only on grammar aspects but also in describing and applying vocabulary levels in different contexts. Mhm.
And the last one, in English, syllables are common and the ability to distinguish between them is of great significance. Having said that, so what would be your advice in order to acquire them spoken way?
Speaking.
Mhm.
Well, they can focus on cases, specific cases, conflicts that people live every single day, like how to solve a situation, a social situation, a cultural situation, a psychological situation, because every day people face conflicts. They need to look for solutions for particular aspects of life. So I think that they should be promoting like how to process uh, ways to get solutions instead of describing the problem. So that might be one way to do it.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. White. So right now I'll ask you some question to Miss Sonia Barrios. The first question that I have is, do you think that it's necessary to give the audio script to the student in order to complete a listening task?
No, I don't consider it's necessary to give them the script because um, they can practice and acquire abilities without it.
The second question, how to make real and rapid improvement in English listening.
English listening. My recommendation to that is to practice through different exercises that you can find over the internet, like things like Randall's, Hello, and there are several other sites that provide very good tasks to improve their listening skills, and also to listen to music, favorite music, or to listen to favorite books instead of reading them. They can listen to them and they can also read at the same time, so they can improve both skills.
And the third question, how to become passive vocabulary into an active one?
They have to practice a lot. They have to have clear the structures, and they need to master basic structure and also complex grammar so they can understand better. But practice makes perfect.
And the last question, in English, civilians are common and the ability to distinguish between them is of great significance. Having said that, what will be the advice in order to acquire them in a spoken way?
Um, Practice. Anything you practice will be acquired, even though it's difficult, especially because when we're adults, our mother tongue is kind of interfering in the new language acquisition. But if they practice and repeat several times what they have and look for the right person, when I say the right person, is someone who really knows how to pronounce the sounds or the specific sounds you're mentioning. They need to make sure how they are pronounced and practice them in several words that contain those sounds. And then they're gonna have the practice completed and they're gonna manage the sounds you're referring to.
Okay, thank you so much.